Hi, and welcome to Achieve with Carolina Live. I'm Carolina Romaniuk, child and family sleep specialist and founder of Achieve with Carolina. So tonight we're going to be chatting about, hey Masha, thanks for joining. I wonder why it's so dark here. Let me see if I can maybe make it lighter. No, that didn't do anything. Anyway, okay. Let me just lower this. Okay, cool. So tonight we're going to be talking about why sleep training doesn't work for most people, right? So I get often from parents telling me, Carolina, I tried so many different things and, nothing is working. I really don't know what to do. We've tried rocking, we've tried feeding, we've tried helping with teething, we've tried all these different methods. We've even tried cry it out, believe it or not, right? But something is still not clicking, and your child is either regressing even worse, or they're kind of at a standstill, and you really don't know where to go from there. So that's really what I wanted to dive into tonight. So while we're waiting on, let's begin our video with a question. Right, so let's see what question we're going to have tonight. So let's see. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so this is from Daily Greatness Parents Journal, a practical guide for raising conscious kids and creating a happy home. Right, so what I wanted to do is at the beginning of every video, while we're waiting for everyone to sign on, is to ask a question and then let me know in the comments below what your response is. So this is kind of cool. It's work and career. Is the work I'm doing fulfilling, and does it benefit my family as a whole? Wow, this is really juicy. So let me know what you guys do as your career, and is it fulfilling for you? Is it benefiting you, and is it benefiting your family as a whole? So for me, if you don't really know a little bit about my background, I used to work in corporate America, and I left a couple of years ago. And while I was working there full time, I had my little ones. At that point, when I was going for my certification in sleep, I had Ari was 1 and Aaron was in my belly. So I was doing full-time that, being a full-time mom, having a second one on the way, and being a wife also. So that was kind of, taking a toll. But my work that I was doing in corporate America was not benefiting me. It did not fulfill me in any way whatsoever. It was just a waste of time. It was time that was being spent, taken away from my family. It was time, hey Larissa, it was time being taken away from my calling, which is really helping people. And what I have found is that doing what I do with sleep is something so miraculous. In when I get parents calling me and telling me how exhausted that they are, how sleep deprived that they are, that they're at each other's necks, and they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And then when we start working together, just seeing the change, and in even a short period of time, as little as 2 or 3 days, that drastic change from their child's behavior and how they start sleeping beautifully is just something that really warms my heart. And hey Diana, and the fact that I have the ability and to help so many within that aspect is really, really what drives me. Just to make sure that there are so many parents out there that are sleep deprived, that are getting the proper help that they need, to make sure that they are not sleep deprived anymore. And that really what drives me. So since we're getting awesome viewers on right now, what I was talking about is a question from the book Daily Greatness Parents Journal. Here it is. And this is how we always start our videos. So the question was, what do you do in your career, or does your career benefit you? Does it make you feel fulfilled? And does it benefit your family as well? So I was just giving a little recap. My history is in finance. It's in corporate America. And then I left from there to fulfill my dream in helping parents and getting good night's sleep. So I went through intense training on that, and I've been learning ever since, and it's been a wonderful journey, and I'm so grateful for everyone that has been reaching out to me to get assistance, and that really shows me how proactive you are as being a parent. So tonight what we're going to be talking about is why is sleep training, why doesn't it work for most people, right? So at the beginning of the video, what I was saying is most of us, we try lots of things. We try rocking, we try shushing, we try giving pacifiers, we try feeding a lot. We try, instead of feeding, we try and give water. We then start using maybe medications like melatonin over the counter if you feel that you are at your wit's end and you really don't know what to do anymore. Maybe you've thought that it was teething for 3 years and you just kind of been pushing it off. You know, maybe you've tried all of these methods that Google says to use, including Cry It Out, and it still has not helped you, and you really don't even know where to go from here. You just feel at a loss, and you don't know where to begin, or even if you should, or if you should just, you know, wave the white flag and say, I'm totally done. Like, this kid just doesn't like to sleep. That's it. Just face it, right? So that's wrong. We really don't want to go into sleep training with a negative attitude with it. And all children sleep beautifully if you teach them proper sleep foundation techniques. And that's how I help families to get a good night's sleep, is we work together one-on-one, and we work together with establishing the proper sleep foundation for your child, making sure that their natural rhythms, their internal body clock is synchronized with the proper schedule. Scheduling is super duper important. Knowing how many hours, quality and quantity your child needs for sleep is really important. So focusing on that before even focusing on a method is really top-notch in what you want to do when you start to begin. So the main point in really what I wanted to talk about in this video is that most of us, we are reactive parents, right? We react to things really quickly for how our children, mention things to us. Hey, Lori. So for an example, when they start, crying in the middle of the night, what happens? Most of us will react to it, and because we are so exhausted, from our day job, from our boss bitching at us, or from colleagues that you can't stand, or maybe you had a really nasty client that just really sucked the energy out of you that day, and then when you come home, you really just want to relax, you want to unwind, you don't want to go through a battle of sleep. So you really try and do whatever it takes to put your little one down to bed. Whatever they want. If they want 5 lollipops just to keep them quiet at that point, maybe you'll give them 1 instead of 5. And if they want to watch TV or an iPad and they're quiet at that point, maybe you would put one with them in the crib just to calm them down, and then eventually they will fall asleep. But at the same time, you understand in the back of your mind, oh my goodness, this is not a proper way for a child to fall asleep, but I don't know what else to do. This is how they fall asleep. I'm too exhausted. I'm too drained. I don't know what else to do. And that's a reactive parent. And we really don't want to go down that route, right? We really want to be more as in proactive, teaching our children how to sleep independently, but know that you are there part of the process to help them as well. That they don't have to figure it out on their own, that you are there to guide them through it. And that's really what your end goal, what I find most parents want it to be. And that's really where I would come in as well. So if you feel as though you don't know where to begin, or you're kind of just in the slumps right now, and you are a reactive parent, but you want to be more proactive, then just sign up with me, have a free sleep strategy call with me. I have my calendar that I put up on top, and I'll be waiting for you guys. So again, tonight's video is super important because I really wanted to talk about how to transition, hey Patricia, how to transition from being a reactive parent to a proactive parent. And it's super important, and I know that that's important to you guys as well. And we just really kind of need that little coach and that little, oomph push to really get us situated in how to get a perfect night's sleep. So don't be afraid of it. All you should know is that there is help out there. And just all you really need is a structured plan, not bits and pieces, because that's really where parents kind of go wrong with it, is that you try lots of things, but you don't try them in a unison. It's kind of like trial and error, and they're mostly methods. But you really want to look at your child as a whole unit, right? You want to look at them as their sleep, their naps, their bedtime, everything is balanced beautifully. Then you start to look at their associations. How do they associate going to sleep? Do they need to be rocked? Do they need to be fed? Do they need to be held? Do they need to be in a stroller? What is their association to go to sleep? And then you would create a plan and how to eliminate that negative association into something positive. And that's really where we would work together beautifully in a cohesive, environment with that, and just make sleep peaceful for everybody. So again, I'm inviting you to schedule a call with me. Share this video if you know of anybody that is trying to sleep train and it hasn't worked for them. And you never know who you could really touch on your page. So make sure you like this video, share it. It would help so many parents, and I would greatly appreciate it too, because there's only so much I can do myself, and you guys can really spread the message for getting a good night's sleep and the love for it. Okay, so are there any questions that we have for tonight? Let me know. I'm gonna take a sip of my water. Okay, cool. So no questions as of yet. If you guys think of something, put it in the comments. After the video, I will always be monitoring my page, so I will be able to respond to you if you are watching the replay. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, feel free again to jot them down in the comments below. So everyone, sweet dreams. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you next week on Monday. Mwah. Have a great weekend. Love you. Bye.